It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
There he goes! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Behind the chains now on second and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. LSU quick to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
They kick it away on fourth down. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
to pass on second down. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now the play fake. Snagged out of the air. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good game.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Pass to Stiggs, and he may get more.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. That's caught. It's Turner. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Reed. It's complete on the right side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Big guy smells it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, LSU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. On the run, deep down the right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking for space. It's Payne. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Power football with the run. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's James. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly. Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him! Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting to drive with a 1st and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Catch in the middle, it's Berry. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll go up top on second and short. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. LSU right back to the line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Got it in the middle, it's Green. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking the shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. It'll be a draw. Got room at the 35. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, they're able to catch the defense off guard. They're obviously thinking pass. This back is dangerous on first down, second, and third, and he shows you the vision and shows you the speed. I just love how decisive he is. He's getting north right away.
And third down and long, man, everything in you knows it's a pass. Surely they're not going to run the football. But I think what you said is important, having a guy like this that can chew up yards so quickly. Because I'm thinking just make the tackle. No big deal. Force the fourth down. But, man, what a nice play by the running back.
The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This one's complete. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Let's go. To the air, it's Reed. Finds his man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Gonna run it. It's Berry. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll give it to him again. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Payne. defender missed. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try the run. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. They'll run the sneak for it.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kent State came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Golden Flashes won, it's more how they won. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Staley. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Quarterback moving. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Green. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ballgame and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. Creates a little space. Turning it on. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the middle, it's James. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the air, it's Reed. Throwing right. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Taking it the other way. The tag. Touchdown, TCU. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He lofts one down the sideline. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Payne. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Payne. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back, who's really good after the catch, really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. Sack is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Berry. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. LSU right back to the line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Berry. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to SMU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got room to work. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the air, it's Reed. Under fire. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. There he goes. They stop him at the 42, and they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Out of the backfield, he's open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking for room, it's Berry. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.